Hey YouTube, what's up? What's up? Welcome to my world, Steffi's world, and I just wanted to give an update of what is going on here in a different part of Florida. Actually, for those who know me, know that I reside in the Panhandle, so I'm fine for the time being. I'm actually north of everything and still not out of the woods because what we have to worry about is when Ian makes landfall, is it going to hug the coast and travel other than the path? And hurricane can make last minute turns. Also, if it were to go back out into the Gulf, strengthen and come back in. So I am not out of the woods just yet. I am extremely worried about everything from Orlando south of me because I have relatives in Orlando, Clearwater, Fort Pierce, and Miami, along with me being worried about everybody else down there. I am the survivor of a Cat 5 Hurricane Michael that hit directly my hometown back in 2018. In fact, it was October 10th, 2018. We're coming up on the 4-year anniversary. You don't hear anything about it because we are basically the forgotten coast. Nobody was talking about it at the time. It didn't stay in the news, and I will get into that um, later. But I'm seeing that they are saying that this is the one. This is not the only one as far as powerful storms to hit Florida. We actually went to bed the night before, and Hurricane Michael was deemed to be a Cat 3. It upgraded overnight. The morning of, it was a Cat 4. Me and my family chose not to evacuate because most of the time, what would happen is when they would come ashore, they would downgrade. We never had evacuated. And with this one, it felt different and it was different. It actually came ashore Mexico Beach to the Air Force Base area, and it was destructive. My parents lost my childhood home, and I could tell you the last thing that was registered, I believe the meters 12:46 p.m. 12:46 p.m. It took out every tree in my parents' yard. A tree clipped the roof of the house that peeled it back like a tuna can, and we had to flee the house that was literally coming apart with us in it. Like I said, I'll talk more about on the anniversary. So I know what a Cat 4 or Cat 5 in is looking like. It's going to be upgraded to a 5, and this is not good. This is not good. This is destruction that's going to happen. And I will tell you right now, if it cuts, I'm looking at a map right now. That's why you see me looking away. If it cuts the path that it's going, and I don't know a better way to put this, moves, does its destruction, and moves on out, they'll be okay. If it sits on top of them and batter them, that's where it gets very catastrophic and deadly. Hurricane Michael battered us. It was to the point where I wanted to just stop. We ended up having to ride it out in the car, and I was so scared that the force of the winds was gonna pick the car up. We were in a Mitsubishi Outlander at the time and flipped the freaking car, and it never did, but it threw it around like an amusement park ride, and it scared the mess out of us. Like I said, you are forever changed, and you will never forget. So I know what is about to happen further south of me. And like I said, it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. And these storms that are late in the season, they are becoming more and more powerful. I was hearing that the Weather Service may have to add another category, and I don't want to experience what's past the 5. Like I said, I honestly thought I was going to die that day. I honestly thought I was going to die. Well, me and my family. So I just want to come on here and let you guys know that I am okay here in Florida. Please, please pray and get geared to donate and do whatever you can further south of me. They are going to need it wherever it comes at. Like I said, I'm not even sure of where it's due to make landfall, and they are preparing right now because I think we're within hours and we'll know more about what's what once it makes landfall, but it depends on where it's going to go and what it's going to do. I can guarantee you from the size of what I'm looking at, even with me being about 300 miles away from Orlando, I'm probably going to get rain bands here and maybe tropical storm force winds. Actually, the surf is going to be kicked up. Normally, I usually go out to the beach around this time and try to get some pictures of the surfers, but I'm not able to do that. But yeah, I'm following a lot of the storm chasers on YouTube. I'm going to go ahead and hype up who I'm looking at right now. Right now, I am watching Ryan Hall, y'all. I started watching him last night. I like the presentation and what they're doing. I follow a couple of them. Now, here, because I lived it during Hurricane Michael was going through it, I didn't watch a lot of the stuff until later, probably about a year later, to see what actually happened that day in other areas. Because like I said, I was too busy trying to live, to just survive. But it's a lot. I will address FEMA, who are already there and waiting to come in. All I can say to that is, for right now, I hope that they do a better job than they did here. And we still have to keep in mind Puerto Rico. We still have to keep in mind the season is narrowing down. I think hurricane season ends on November 30th, and we just try to get to the finish line of it. Basically, we've had virtually no threats, no storms until this. And like I said, when they come late, Hurricane Michael was very late in the season. In fact, it was around Columbus Day. I was in a training at work and Jim Cantor showed up here, and nobody wants to see him. And it was downhill basically from there. In fact, our trainer let us out early because she was like, this is not going to be good. But like I said, all we can do at this point is pray. The people who haven't gotten out at this point, it's too late to leave. The roads are closed, and in fact, the Skyway Bridge in Tampa is closed. You're gonna have to hunker down and ride it out. And like I said, in this part is survival mode. You're gonna have to do what you have to do, because one thing my father discussed with us, in the thick of it, you can call 911 all you want to. They're not coming. And they said that yesterday, that in the midst of it, you are on your own. And immediately after, they're not going to be there. So if you are riding it out, just know it's going to be a while before you can get some help. We didn't need 911, but in order for us to even get out, I didn't hear chainsaws on my street for at least 24 to 48 hours. We ended up evacuating. We went to my sister's house, and I say evacuate. We ended up staying at my sister's house when everything was said and done. She didn't hardly have any damage, and we walked back and forth to my parents' house, just trying to secure best we can, surveying the damage and getting the things that we could salvage out of there. But as far as being able to get out, to cut us out and remove some of the trees, it was at least 24 to 48 hours. And that's how we was able to remove one of the cars out of the yard. So that's all I got for you all. Like I said, I wanted to let the ones who know me know that I'm okay, and I wanted to give you some insight as a person who has gone through and lived through a Cat 4. What happened was, it was a Cat 4 when they looked at the damage, probably 6 months later, the National Weather Service came back after their investigation, after all the data was in, and upgraded Hurricane Michael to a Category 5. So, like I say, it felt totally different. I can't remember what was the top speed of the winds because the meters out at the Air Force Base was destroyed, probably above 155, I think. At some point, they were destroyed, and I don't know the top number of wins. They probably found out. So if you would like to connect with me, you can follow me on Twitter at Cosby. I'm also on Insta under Miss Cosby. Pray for the ones in South Florida. They're going to need us. And I hope that their story doesn't get lost in the sauce and forgotten in the national media, because they're going to move on to the next thing. And if you can, get ready to donate, because trust me, they are going to need it. Before I get ready to log off, I would just like to thank Chef Andreas and World Kitchen, who came here and fed us, along with Salvation Army, Mercy Chefs. The Cajun Navy helped us out a lot. And I know that I'm leaving out some, of course, Red Cross, Salvation Army, that sort of thing. But those organizations are what helped sustain us in the days to come. Prayers, and get ready to donate. Lastly, try your best to love one another, and trust me, South Florida is going to need a lot of love after this. To the next time, peace.